Hey guys, and welcome back. Kind of on a roll here. This is number 3 in like a week, so I guess stuff's been building up in me. As always, like, share, subscribe. Hope this helps, and you find it useful somewhere down the line. But also made me feel good to see that people are watching my stuff. But really, I'm just putting it out there. So with that, and if you have any comments, questions, or whatever, suggestions, things I need to change, I'm always open to new ideas. And but any of that stuff would be great. So now with the show. Tradition 6. An AA group ought never endorse, finance, or lend the AA name to any related facility or outside enterprise, lest powers of money, property, prestige divert us from our primary purpose. Now, the principle behind that tradition is solidarity. And, we can't, stick AA's name on anything. Like, this isn't associated with AA. I'm just reading books to you and giving my thoughts on what the book says. Of course, I didn't ask them if I could say the word AA. I said, I don't know if I'm supposed to or not. We can bleep that out later on if necessary. But anyways, but one thing I know says if I take all the traditions and I make them personal to me, so like in this one it'd be, I ought really never endorse, finance, or lend my name to any related facility or outside enterprise, lest money, powers, prestige divert me from my primary purpose. And, what's interesting is that in corresponding with the 6th step, where it says, we're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. Well, we learned about those in steps in 4. And, so there's definitely a parallel because, if I'm looking and I see my character defects, really, it's always about money, power, prestige, no matter what my problem is. I'm not making enough money. How can I get it? How can I get it right now? How can I get the amount that I want? Or even more if I'm lucky. The property, it's like, look at all my stuff. And so that makes me, worldly, I guess. I'm not quite sure what the word would be, but it's just like, I own stuff. Hoarders own stuff too, but, they don't really brag about it. And then prestige, that's probably the biggest one because nobody wants to feel less than or lower than. Nobody wants to feel inadequate. And of course, if somebody is putting you down, there's that feeling of abandonment that creeps in. I think everybody has that to some degree, some more than others, just depends on their past and childhood and whatnot. And, but prestige is a big deal. That's my ego on display. Look at me, guys, which is ironic because that's what I'm saying. Could y'all please look at me? But I think a lot of it comes to motive. Problem is that, alcoholics and addicts are known for being extreme. There is no gray. It's only black and white, which is funny because I've spent my entire life in the gray zone, because it says in the big book on numerous pages, either we, die an alcoholic death or we seek spiritual aid. And for that it's pretty didactic in nature. There's no middle ground, no gray zone. And that's kind of like the ultimate thing with me. And, but yet here I am being all sober. I've been drunk. I've sought the spiritual aid, so I've been on that side of the tracks. I was on the other end where, it's like doomed to an alcoholic death. Tell me more. And, is there an in-flight movie to that one? I've been on both sides, and when I tried to live in the gray area, like drink like a normie, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I was always pulled in one direction or the other. And, so prestige is a big deal. And, my primary purpose, if I'm asking God to get rid of these character defects, those three things, money, power, and prestige, and, the inadequacies I feel towards it, then, and again, it always falls into the acceptance zone. If I accept what I have is adequate, right? I don't need more, I would like more, don't need it. And where God has provided for all of my needs, then, really, I can be solid in myself, which is that solidarity, So all of these things, all the steps, all the traditions, all the principles, all the concepts, all of everything, is me looking at myself and saying, do I want to change? And that brought up something in an Al-Anon meeting I had the other day where it was talking about the fear. And if I look at it as, God, why'd you do this to me? There's fear because what's coming next down the pipe, but if I look at it as, God, why'd you do this for me? What am I supposed to get out of it? Changes my mindset quite a bit, right? Because now I'm looking at it as, this happened, as a result of this, okay. And so what do I need to gain from this? Is it new knowledge? Am I learning a different way to cope? Or not even cope, to accept? Because coping, I guess, falls into that forgiveness area. I don't want to just cope. I want to survive. I want to thrive. I want to do what God wants me to do. I want to do this with enthusiasm. And then really the only thing that stops me when it does, money, power, prestige. One of those is my tickle zones. And it tickles like a nice pick in the forehead. And so really that's just really what I want to talk about was step 6, tradition 6. Because traditions don't get talked about much. And, so you can ask yourself, and, I would encourage you to put this in the comments. Traditions, all the traditions, there's 12 of them. What's your favorite one? What really speaks to you as, hey, I just learned this about this. It's fascinating me. I know this one. I read it, but I have no idea what the hell they're saying, even with the book, the sponsor, or whatever. And, but which one really speaks to you? And I guess, because they talk about resting on our laurels and getting complacent, what are you working on right now to better your life, to share the message, to gain new experience so it can be part of your message to share later on? Really, what are you working on right now in your program to help you to achieve this sobriety that we're talking about? And drop it somewhere down there. See, on this side would be comments or something. So throw it in there. And I guess that's it. So you guys have a wonderful evening. Talk to you later.